Raised a Southern Baptist, Deidre Aboud has devoted most of her adult life to Islam. Aboud is the left's new darling, loved by Democrats, and she is now officially running for U.S. Senate in Arizona. But, never fear, there is Kelly Ward, who has brains and beauty and will be the GOP challenger against Aboud. However, there are dark terrorist forces controlling every aspect of Aboud, and this is something every American needs to know. Deidre Aboud has officially kicked off her campaign for the U.S. Senate. She is seeking the seat of Senator Jeff Flake, the never-Trumper who is very unpopular for his Donald Trump bashing in Arizona. We expect the good people of Arizona to go with Arizona State Senator Kelly Ward, who is greatly supported by President Donald Trump and will make the best rival to fight an Islamist like Deidre Aboud. Jeff Flake is such a loser. He is trying to win over Muslims with this pathetic tweet after Aboud alleged she was getting hate from Trump supporters on Twitter and Facebook. Kelly Ward refused to take the bait and be a pawn in Aboud's game. Aboud was born and bred in America and has that southern drawl that sounds shocking coming out of a woman wearing a hijab. Don't be fooled, this woman is in deep with every Muslim organization with known ties to the Muslim Brotherhood and every other terrorist organization, who are running her campaign. As Bare Naked Islam reports, Aboud was the director of Arizona's Muslim American Society, which the Weekly Standard reported has pushed for Sharia law in the United States. In an interview, Aboud said she had no problems with her husband having several wives and, in that same report, the New Phoenix Times says, Deidre Aboud is the chosen one, picked by Muslim men to be the face of Islam in Arizona. A white, fair-skinned face with ocean blue eyes and a disarming smile. Pictured below, Aboud announces her bid for U.S. Senate, and reporters were perplexed that the Arizona flag was upside down, a sign of distress. Aboud's campaign claimed that it was an error. However, many Arizonans were not convinced that the flag was an accidental mishap. Aboud also refused to take part in anti-terror rallies after 9/11 when she learned she would not be able to speak about CARE. That's no surprise, is it? Unfortunately, if you're thinking this woman has no chance in hell of winning in Arizona, you're wrong. Arizona has a changing demographic, and that is exactly why the Islamists have positioned Aboud as their shiny Muslim star to combat the mean Trumpsters in Arizona. This brings us to Kelly Ward, who has the best chance of running Aboud and her Islamist handlers back to their drawing boards. Ward is the all-American girl next door who just happens to be a medical doctor and loathes Obamacare. Here's Ward's take on the Muslim Brotherhood, and she was talking straight at Aboud. We are going to fight the Muslim Brotherhood, we are going to expose them that they are a part of a wide-ranging terrorist organization. And I'm glad that Donald Trump is finally putting his foot down, and he's fearless in saying that we are going to fight against Islamic terror. This is one Senate race that is going to get a lot of national attention. There will be those Islamists who will wage a war, calling anyone who calls out their porn, radical Muslim Aboud, a racist. Kelly Ward is the only choice to take on the Muslim war machine in Arizona. With support coming from the White House just announced for Ward this week. This is shaping up to be an epic battle between good versus evil, truth-tellers versus liars, making America great again versus making Islam dominate again. There's too much at stake to sit idly by and not support Kelly Ward any way you can. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.